Hi, my name is Dhruva Tripathi, founder and CEO of After Fashion Plastic Company. So today we're gonna cover Autumn Winter 2026 Milan Fashion Week collection. We're gonna talk about what are the key trends, key colors, key prints, key fabrics, and key styles. Those are emerging. So since this is a men's fashion week currently happening in Milan, and then it's gonna proceed to Paris Fashion Week. So first, we're going to cover few designers' collection to understand what are the key trends and how they're going to shape our next seasonal collection if you are interested in the fashion forecasting. So let's start first with few designers. So I'm going to start with Keton's AW 2026 Men's Fashion Week collection. So as you could see, this collection is specifically more related to the neutral huge, and the feature garment categories are like the overcoat, straight leg pant, knit sweater, and high waist pant. So first, let's have a rapid overview of the entire collection, and then we're gonna proceed with the detailed analysis one by one. So here is the key collections, and as you could see, based on our F-Trends AI based analysis, you would find the color harmonies and the colors by garment, and also you can identify the similar trend along with the trend analysis of the specific style and the garment. So let's first start with the quick rapid overview of all the key collection. So as you could see, like these collections are specifically the overcoat, the shirt, jacket, blazer, knits, and most of the collections are in neutral shades. And here, this is the only one collection that is we have identified in the sailor blue, that is the high waist pant and the overcoat. And few are the aviator jackets as well. And this specific blue color, the blue depth, is kind of the, you can say, like the signature style of ketone. And we have identified this specific color in the previous season as well. And this, so overall, we can say like the collection is more specifically focusing on the neutral shades. Looks like this, but and then this specific knit sweater, and then suit jacket, and all this. So after the quick overview, let's look few style, few collection in a detailed manner, how you can identify the key trend, key colors, and all. So here, this is a specific suit jacket, and our AI had detected this is the straight leg pant. And in the meanwhile, I'm just like opening the similar garment category. But as you could see, like this is specifically geometric plate pattern or the window check or anything you could call like, but specifically these are the core pattern basically, and most suitable for the serious young adult consumer basically. So you could kind of say like that these collections are specifically designed for the consumer, those who are already working. They are uh, mostly the adult consumer, not much focusing on the Gen Z. It's kind of the millennial inspired collection, a little bit focusing on the, you can say like the 35 plus consumers are mostly the target of the ketones collection basically. So here you could see like the desert palm is one of the uh, key trend that we have identified. So based on this, you can see like the particular collection color is kind of declining. Like it started to grow in autumn winter 25, then grew in spring summer 26, and then there's a little decline in pre-fall 26, and now specifically this year it's also kind of seeing a decline. But if the dotted line, we believe that the dotted line is basically for the forecast line, and based on the forecast in pre-fall 27, we could expect that this particular collection will have a significant demand of in this particular color. And the current market share, like 2.38%, the overall market share, not just like this. And the peak season was spring summer 2026. That was the 1.68% share. And this is the kind of specifically declining. So the declining in autumn 2026, there is a minus 58.9% decline. And if you are more interested in the specific looks and similar style, you could also check it out this collection. Basically, this is the Louis Vuitton pre-fall 2026 collection. Our analysis is actually loading. So the blazer style in this specific color and the combination is is kind of declining. So now let's look the similar garment analysis and suit jacket with lapel and single breasted chest pocket. So here this specific item, if you look back like in fall winter 25 and now in fall winter 26, there is a little decline but not that much decline basically. So we could say like this is the safe bet if you are interested in like adding in your store. You can certainly use this style. And if you talk about the straight leg pant in the black color, you could find like this is there is a decline basically. And here the similar jacket that you could find over here, and this is the similar pant. Now let's look another style. This one, the overcoat in the straight leg pant, and this is the signature color, signature ketone color, the blue depth. If you look his 2000 SS26 collection, you will find a similar color he actually used. So let's look the color specifically, this particular design. Will it work? Is it growing or it's not growing? So as you could see, like this particular collection is expected to grow. So here that it was like in a very strong, as I talked about, like in 2026, this blue depth collection color was in growing. Basically, that grew with 120.3% growth was there. And then in pre-fall 26, and then in 2026, we have spotted very less. But if you talk about the future perspective, future anticipation based on our AI analysis, it is expected to grow future in the future, like in 26 pre-fall and then autumn 26. And here are few related collections like in the similar color. This is the Duo Home collection. So it's inside is loading. So you can say like this particularly collection is expected to grow. And here we have our color. So if you want to save this specific item, you can save in your collection like here, and this could be done. And if we talk about here, the overall this specific collection analysis. Will it work? Will it not work? So the blazer with single breasted and button and kangaroo pocket is here. So it's kind of like the declining. And here is the similar jacket basically. You can use it. And I think this collection is kind of growing, will grow in the future. So we could actually save it for our uh, collection specific thing. You can create a not know how you can save it. Now let's look another one. The thing here, this overboard. Let's look its specific trend. So here, overcoat with single breasted button and regular sleeve. It's currently in a growing stage. So basically, in fall winter 24, they were 93%. In fall winter 25, they were 1%. And then again, this specific style is growing. And you could see the similar type over here. So this is specifically to the ketone. Now let's look the our database analysis, specifically the garment color wise collection, how they are actually performing. So as you could see over here, let's select our specific season, autumn winter 26, Milan, and men's collection, and let's look the ketone. So here we could find the overall complete picture in our catwalk, and this is an analytic platform. So here you could find all the key colors, all the color inside. So as you could see, the solidate blue, the blue depth, the sky captain, and the solidate soda light blue basically are key collection. And then if you want to specifically further dig down, will it work, will it not work, you can just like check it out based on the outerwear collection and check with based on the suit jacket. So for the suit jacket collection, we could find like these are the key top 10 colors: the driftwood, the raven, the meteoroid, the drip, chocolate plum, chocolate fondant, 9 iron, the chocolate fondant. So there's some colors basically got getting repeated. So let's look few one. Are they gonna do well or not gonna do well? What are the history of these colors? How they performed in the previous season? Let's look now. Yeah. So this specific color is kind of a more started like in autumn winter 25, then spring summer 25, 6, 3, 4, 26, and now again in autumn winter 26. But there is a little bit decline. So as we could see, like there is a decline, but our forecast, our color forecast tool is predicting this particular color will grow further, and not just grow, it's gonna be like working quite well. Since this is specifically a neutral tone, this is the basic, the core color series. So we could certainly say like this is the color of like for 20 fall pre-fall 27 or 2027. So so let's look the accuracy the confidence, that is the 85% confidence in our prediction. And the forecast prediction is 100%, and there is a kind of very big growth that we could actually expect. So you could actually save it in your autumn 26 collection color for to utilize in future. Now you could see the similar style of another styles or from another categories. And if you want to further dig down, you can actually look around all those things. So this is the ketones automator 27, 26, and then again this is another ketones automator 26. So you could save this into similar style, and then this is the ketone, then this is the Kasmi collection. So again, the Kasmi automator 26 collection is also leaning around this color hue. And again, if we look into Dunhill 25, autumn 25, and then the Ferrari for pre-fall 26 collection is also, so this specific color you could say like is kind of in very much growth stage currently. And now if you want to further understand like the overall understanding of what are the key colors, specifically in the suit jacket category basically. So here you could find all the thing, like just check it out over here. It will display all the key color. And if you want to get into like the color heat map where the suit jacket's color are actually more likely inclining towards, you could see over here. For example, the outerwear suit jacket, the 15% and 57% and 10% kindly like kind of they are growing over here, and then in another cut. And if you look at the color heat map, it's more likely moving toward a neutral tone. It's more likely moving toward the neutral side. So the overall category, the colors are mostly in the neutral series colors. And if you want to understand the tops, and within the tops category like knit sweater, so you could find the knit sweater colors are more likely moving toward the brighter or the more colorful, cheerful hues basically. So basically now if you want to understand the dresses for the women's market, let's look that sheath dress. So there are few dresses basically. So sheath dress is not much information over here, but and the activewear colors are mostly in a brighter side as you can see over here. And if we want to further dig down the bottom, and in the bottom there is a midi skirt, the A-line skirt, high waistband, and in tops we have athletic top, the color block top. And so, but since this is the menswear specific season, so in the men's category, outerwear in the bottom category, we could find the straight leg pant, the boyfriend jeans, the straight leg jeans, the midi, high waist shorts, A-lines, pencil. So here are the key colors. So if you want to further dig down the overall color forecast. Okay, so now let's look into all the major key colors emerging in autumn 26. Previously, we have identified the garment-based colors analysis. Now, here we're going to understand what are the overall colors that are actually emerging this season. So as you could see over here, we have identified these 10 colors basically. So basically, these are the top 10 emerging color based on the number of usage, based on the percentage of usage. So as you could find, like the Black Beauty, the Rain Drum, the Beluga, Desert Top, Shikori, Coffee, Grey Moon, the Moon Mist, Irish Cream, Dough, and Rosin. So here the Shikori Coffee is kind of 30.3%, the top performing color of the season. And then the Black Beauty. And then if you want to further dig down, you can identify more colors. But every season, what we need to understand, like we have to not just look into these basic, the core colors. We need to also identify the colors from various category like that pastel, like that jewel tone. That's why at F10 we divide the colors in 10 major categories based on their color intensity, so that you could actually identify these colors and apply for the seasonal product development. So let's look into the category wise color breakdown. So as you could see, like the neutrals, black and darks are all normally they are kind of very high in demand or uses. And then we have the neutrals, medium grays and browns, the earth tones, the muted and soft colors, the mixed pastels are less, deep and jewel tones are there, neutrals, light grays and tops, and bright and vivid. So now let's look each categories one by one to understand what are the key colors that are emerging of in this season. This is the color distribution chart for the neutral dark. So basically only one color. And then in the neutral, medium, gray and browns, we have a beluga, desert top, moon mist, stormy weather, and graphite. And if we look into the earth tone, we have rain drum, rosin, and desert palm. And if we further look into the mutant soft colors, we have Irish cream, dough, sepia, fresh, tortoise shell. And in the mixed colors combination, we have shikori coffee, the cherry mahogany, the almond mauve, means scarab, and then we have the violet blue in the pastel category, the gray moon, the bleach sand. And if you are further looking for the rich and luxurious color, you could actually find red dahlia, the lemon curry, the salsa, and the caramel coffee is kind of very much dominating. And in more neutral light grays and tops, we have the pearl blue and reseda. And then in the bright and vivid, that is mostly useful for our bold active wear product development. So you will find the autumn maple, the sulfur, daffodil, and the marigold. But these are the kind of the current color that we have identified. But what exactly we require is to identify the overall, will these colors gonna work or not gonna work? So that's why at F10 we have our prediction tool. Here what you need to do is to just wait 2 minutes to calculate all the previous seasonal colors, top performing colors now, and then the consumer insight, how the people will actually behave, react on those colors. And just like after 1 or 2 minutes, it will be like presenting you the complete picture based on the color categories. So let's wait. Okay, so computation has been completed. Now let's look the category wise color prediction. Which color gonna perform, which color is not gonna perform. So here are the categories wide prediction. So natural blacks and darks are very much like the clear winner. They will be always in the demand. So our concern are like in the mutant and soft color tones, which color is emerging, which color is declining. So as you could see, like here the tortoise shell, the tannin, the autumn leaf, and the violeta blue is emerging color. They are certainly going to perform well. And these are the declining color, the capulate olive, phlox, and the grasshopper. And if you want to further dig down, when we should put these colors specific to the upcoming season. So in 2027 January month, you could be like more assured like these colors gonna perform well. So if you want to understand like which specific color you should be using, so here are the key color that are sure to perform for our autumn winter 27 collection if you want to start developing your product. So here the sepia, the dough, the ginger root, the thrush, the tortoise shell, the tannin, autumn leaf, and this specifically the violeta blue is kind of emerging seasonal colors. And this is where at F Trend we also predict like this is certainly going to work for your collection. So make sure you do not miss this specific color. Similar way, if you want to further dig down into the pastel, which specific pastel color is going to perform well. So you could see the sandshell, the mazarpine, and the violet blue. And specifically this marzipan is kind of very much strong. The high priority strong trend indicator recommended for the primary collection. And similar way, like if you want to further understand the product mix strategy, you can certainly apply this one. And if you want to understand into the jewel tones color, which specific jewel tone colors is going to perform well, the bright and deep jewel tones, here are the deep jewel tones. And similar for the bright and vivids, you could identify the specific autumn apple. So if you want to further dig down specific to the more like into the mixed categories, which colors are actually performing well, which are not performing well, specific to your consumer uh, personalities and consumer market, wherever you are actually putting your product. So you can actually utilize these colors that gonna actually be more relevant. Will they work or will not they not work based on the current catwalk analysis? And if you want to further dig down the pattern of this specific season, so again, what exactly you need to do is to just look around the pattern and trend analysis. Here you could find all the pattern related analysis. And for example, if you want to understand like since here the camouflage is kind of 5.5% growth in the 7 government is got found. So here you could see like this specific camouflage in Ralph Lauren collection we have identified. And not just like it got identified, you can actually also find will they work, will they not work, like the tartan, the pinstripe, and all these kind of things. You can also find the year-wise usage when it's got rising, as you could see like here it's rising, and then there is a decline in Q4 2026, and the specific color of the particular season wise identified colors, print, and all these things you can identify. And then if you want to further look into the colors of fabric specific to this particular specific season, here you could further look around. So it's kind of loading. So yeah, so the cool cotton twill, cotton twill bomber, and we could find the ribbed, stretchy, corduroy, the terry, the cable, pleated, and all kind of dominant fabrics. So if you want to further look the composition, the natural fiber, and the growth specific to autumn winter 26 wise, here you could see the growing patterns season wise collection. For autumn winter 26 we have mostly identified the cool cotton twill and all specific pattern basically. Thank you. So if you want to utilize, so through F-Trends AI platform, you can identify all the specific prints, pattern, the fabric, and the colors, the key styles, everything you can identify using our new pattern. It's kind of new platform. It's kind of so this was the F Trends Autumn Winter 2026 Men's Fashion Week color analysis. Here we have identified multiple colors, the color overview, the color-based categories, the prints, the patterns, and little bit about the fabrics. So you can utilize this platform as you want based on your specific season. If you want to understand the designer-wise collection and the key colors from the designer, the season-based, the region-based, or whatever way you want to utilize. And also, if you want to understand which product specific performance, like in the previous season, how this is performing now, and what is the expectation after 1 year. So this is all about Autumn 2026 Catwalk collection. Thank you. You can always subscribe to F Trends services just by visiting F Trend website. Thank you.